Good afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. If you're watching this, you're checking in. I'd like to talk about preparedness. I've done some show and tell, things like my get home bag and food and medical and my man box. But what do you got to show? There's some things that I think every household should have handy. Whether you're a survivalist, a prepper, or whether you're a lawyer or a mechanic. There's just some things every household should have. You should have it, your parents should have it, your kids should have it, everyone. Your coworkers, everyone. Because when it comes down to it, we're relatively on our own if something happens. It's as plain and simple as that. Communities can come together, but that doesn't change the fact that you might be in a spot and they may not have enough food to share with you. When FEMA suggests that you keep so much food on hand, you know that you're on your own for a while. Perhaps not indefinitely, but you never know. So I'm going to give you a small list of things. Get your pen and paper. Sacan tus notas. Minimum. I don't know if you have firearms or not, and if you don't, it's your choice. I'm not knocking it. Maybe you have some really good foul language skills you can use. What I do know is that the police are about 15 to 20-ish minutes from where I live. And, two very non-aggressive pit bulls are not likely to do anything but lick an assailant to death if they get a hold of him. So I've got to look after myself, obviously. So I do have firearms. But anyway, I digress. If you have firearms, you need at least 500 rounds per weapon. I'm just going to put that out there. You need at least 3 days of food and water, and this includes your pets. All right, you don't want to be munching on MREs and have your dogs looking at you, waiting for the crackers and the Jolly Ranchers. And a basic first aid kit, easy to get, easy to attain. It's at Walmart. A go bag. And that corresponds with the last one, which is a bug out plan. Now I've got 3 bug out plans in case directions are blocked, in case I'm walking, but you need a bug out plan. This should be as common knowledge to everyone in the household as is your fire plan, which you should have. If the downstairs shitter catches fire and starts burning up and takes the stairwell, how are you going to get out of your house? I'm throwing it out there that I assume you have a fire plan for you and your kids, or if you're too young, you for them, and all that jazz. What windows you can get out of, way to get out that window, shit like that. But anyway, a bug out plan is very important, if not instrumental. Now, if something happens, a tornado, earthquake, a solar flare, an SHIT, or a shit hit the fan scenario, SHTF plan, yeah. If that happens, you need to know that you may not be able to stay where you're at. Your house might not even be there. So you need to be able to move quickly and efficiently to a destination. And that's where your go bag comes in plan. If you have to leave, it's sitting there in the hall closet on the way to the front or back door. You grab it and you go. Go bag. Get it? Now, preferred. That's the minimum. Preferred in my taking of things is you need at least 1,000 rounds of ammunition per weapon, a month supply of food, a very hefty first aid kit, something with trauma packs, burn stuff. If you know how to suture, sutures Which brings me to another point. Only have in there what you know how to use. Because happening upon someone walking down the street in that scenario who happens to be an EMS guy or a doctor, I mean, how lucky can someone get, right? You need a bug out bag, which is not a go bag, it's a bug out bag. It's something more substantial that'll last longer, which will have things like 3 days of food and whatnot, weapons and all that jazz. And of course, your bug out plan. I've at least 3 of them. 3 destinations that everyone knows to go if something happens. And you can make them all tactical and say this is Destination Alpha, this is Destination Zulu, whatever. But by saying that, if you happen to get separated, everyone knows that we're going to Destination Zulu or whatnot. And if that doesn't pan out, then you know to go to your secondary. And that doesn't pan out, you know to go to your third, and so on and so forth. But we're in a society where you can just call DoorDash and get food. You can, get on Aldi's site or Walmart site and make a list and park, and it just magically appears in your vehicle. Things may not always be this easy. You need to prepare for that. I'm just throwing it out there. You don't have to take my advice at all. But don't come knocking at my door, because that would be a very bad idea. So there you go. I just want to throw it out there. Just give you my 2 cents and say, as the Boy Scouts say, be prepared. It's amazing what you can acquire over a month-long period of time by just spending so much a paycheck on things like food and ammunition, if you can find ammunition, and first aid, and all that stuff. And then once you get your go bag ready, or once you get your bug out bag ready or whatnot, strap that fucker on and walk around your neighborhood. Walk a minimum of a mile with it. If you can walk comfortably a mile with it, then you can walk a lot further with it, and you might have to. So that's all I got to say about that. I'm sharing this knowledge because I care about you, and I want everyone to be able to be safe and take care of yourselves. Because as much as the government would love to take care of us, there's a point where they can't. Not without some resistance, anyway. So in closure, thanks for watching, subscribing, for checking in with me. That means a lot. And if you're watching this, you are checking in. Toodaloo.